Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to you to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information about that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. So Libra, had a lot of Libra energy in my life lately. So if your birthday is in or around this time, happy birthday. Also a lot of animal energy. And so today we're going to be kind of channeling a little bit of animal wisdom. And so doing your reading today with the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz and the Divine Animals Oracle deck by Stacy DeMarco. So actually, I'm going to burn a little Palo Santo just to put us in the mood, Libra. I hope that you all are doing well. So I just want to cleanse this energy before we start. Here we go. I'm going to cleanse my energy too. So let's get the overall energy for your reading. So couldn't have picked a better card, even though I didn't pick it, it just flipped out. I never choose the cards, by the way. I always take flippers or jumpers from the pack. So the animal is seahorse, but what's more interesting is the word above it, which says equality. And I can't think of anything more beautiful than that word for the sign of Libra. Seahorses, let me see, there's some interesting things about them, but seahorses partner for life. So they kind of find a mate and it's one and done. Also, the males are the ones that carry the babies. So that's kind of a wonder. Number 14, which is represents the Temperance card in the major arcana of the tarot. Major arcana, the first 22 cards of the tarot deck, which all represent big energies, divinely guided energies, your spirit guides, source energy. So the Temperance card would talk about patience, would talk about transmutation, which means it's like taking one thing and transforming it, transmuting it into another thing. It's like for you, I want to say it's a state of flux. So it's almost like I haven't quite reached the other side of it yet. We're still in a state of back and forth, of mixing the water into wine, the pain into power, as I always like to refer to it. You can see I'm noticing here when I was in college, I was a photography major, fine arts student, and there was this idea that was brought forth by, oh god, college was a long time ago, Roland Barthes, I think. That's interesting that I just said that name. Okay, Roland Barthes, he had a theory of how to read the composition of a photograph, but also the composition just of an image, a painting, anything. And there's one element of every image, and it's called, I believe it's called the punctum. Please forgive me if I'm getting that wrong, but I'm taking it out of somewhere. It's somewhere in the recesses of my memory. And that word, the punctum, would describe the part of the image that sticks out to you. It's almost highlighted to you more than anything else. And every image has that for a person. So I want to say the punctum for me is this shape here. And it's so interesting because I was reading, this is her elbow, right? She's kind of covering half her face. I was watching one of my favorite channelers, psychic mediums, on YouTube. Her handle is I Scry with Steph. Stephanie. She's amazing. And just in her reading that I was watching today, she was talking about the greater or less than symbol. She scries using imagery that she creates. Actually, we're just going to give her a shout out because she's that amazing. This is her kind of signature on her page. And I paid her for a personal reading. And she created this, this ink blot, and then she interprets it just like a person would interpret a tarot card. So I'm just gonna put that in front of me right now just for inspiration. But she was talking about the greater than or less than sign. And so when I see this, I want to say that there's something in your life greater than or less than. It's almost like a pros and cons list. What are we judging? What are we comparing? Right? But the word is equality. So it's almost like you're trying to decide between things and how to, it makes me think of the, the Justice card, which is your energy, but also the Six of Pentacles, which is the kind of the energy of the Justice card in the Minor Arcana. The Six of Pentacles talks about equal give and take, equality. So I'm going to shuffle your cards now. They have been pre-shuffled, but 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. Channeling the animals, familiars, and symbols that want to come out for you. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Okay. Oh, beautiful energy so far. Okay. Well, you got 1 extra card. And neither of those cards that I referred to came out, but that's okay. So, at least not yet, they didn't come out. In the past energy, you have the 3 of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Wands talks about kind of having made a decision, or like in the past. This is the past energy. Normally, this would talk about having made a decision, and then you're on the precipice of kind of realizing that decision coming to life, coming to the forefront, becoming real. And in the reverse, it just kind of signifies that perhaps it came to fruition, but it wasn't what you expected it to be. It's almost like I see you having walked through this portal, or kind of crouched through this portal, and what's on the other side isn't quite what you were expecting it to be. It doesn't mean that it was a bad thing, but it's not quite what you were expecting. Daughter of Pentacles in the reverse. Daughter of Pentacles is like the Page of Pentacles in the tarot. Pages bring really young, immature, but not in an immature way, like not in a way that's like, oh, you have no standards, or you have no I don't know why Spirit isn't giving me. I'm gonna hold on to some lapis because they're not giving me the word right now. Maybe should read a little bit more into it. Daughter of Pentacles is beginner energy. It's student energy, and it's almost like both these cards are in reverse, but it's almost like you were looking for something like this, and you saw it in something like this. And if you've ever witnessed the deer in the wild, they're jumpy. They respond very quickly to foreign sounds, like if people are approaching, or so it's almost like this jumpy feeling. I'm seeing my cat Luna. She's our new cat, and we rescued her, but you can kind of tell that she didn't have the best kitten life, because every time we try to pet her, we definitely have to do it on her terms, but sometimes when you touch her, she'll shudder, like she doesn't trust. It's hard for her to, she's coming around, but I think it's been like 6 months at this point where I can finally pet her, and I haven't been able to pick her up yet. And with my other cats, I mean, like, they're just like, we're like best buds, but with her, I can't do it. And so I feel her energy in this deer right now, and I feel it in you, that there was something here where you were kind of shuddering, like you wanted to dip the toe in these kind of new waters, but you just were like, it was almost like shy, right? Like you just didn't, this energy is like, there's like almost a little bit of like an intimidation energy here with this character. I'm so drawn to this shape. It's so weird, right? Because it's like, it's not the same, but it's like mirroring this shape, right? So I'm going to get a clarifier. What was the hesitation? The World card. Okay, so Major Arcana, number 21. The World card talks about a cycle ending. And I asked Spirit specifically, what was the hesitation? The idea that something would have to come to an end and you would have to start something new. So in your past energy, there was a lot of, I feel like there was some energy like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can put an end to this. Even if you wanted to. Maybe you wanted to put an end to something, and this came up in another reading. It's kind of like when people are so used to being in a state of trauma that when they're in a state of peace, they start to panic because they don't know what peace feels like. So there was some hesitation to end a cycle, end a chapter in your life in the past. What's in the current energy? The Hermit in reverse, Major Arcana number 9. And Lovers, Major Arcana number 6. So, Lovers is Gemini energy. Hermit is Virgo. In the upright, the Hermit talks about a retreat from society in order for you to go through what sometimes can be a painful spiritual awakening. We have to pull away from everything we've ever known and start to heal and redefine who we are. But it is kind of a insular energy. But you got it in the reverse, which suggests to me that in the present moment, you have overcome whatever hesitation that you had, and now you're stepping through the portal. And when you finally choose to step through the portal, on the other side is this. The Lover's energy can talk about a divine partnership, divine counterparts, soulmates, can be twin flame. But what it also talks about is making a choice. So it's almost like in the past energy, there was hesitation, and now in the present energy, you're coming out of hiding, and it's almost like you're just going for it. There's like freedom. Even with these, what I see as Canadian geese, that may be relevant for somebody. It's just, even in their flight, right? It's just such like openness and like a sense of freedom. Like, I can breathe, you know? So it's in your current energy. It's really, really beautiful. So I'm gonna get some clarifiers for this. Oh, isn't that interesting? So we talked about the number 14 card, right? Number 14. and I said it was temperance, and here's temperance, but it came out in the reverse. Now, this is a beautiful card for me, and because I don't know if you can tell, if you can see here, I've got one back there on my shelf. You can't see it, but I've got one on my desk that my sister painted. I'm obsessed with herons. I don't know what it was. Just one day, it was like, I don't know if I chose the heron or the heron chose me, but it was like, from that moment on, I'm like, that's my spirit animal, hands down. Don't know why. They're really awkward and they have skinny legs, and they eat ducklings whole. Did you know that? Instagram taught me that, and it was such a rude awakening for like my hero, the heron. But I guess, you know, a dude's got to eat, so I don't know. It's crazy. Temperance, right? We're talking about the transmutation. You can see here in this card, the heron is, the eye is there, it's crying, right? But it's turning into fire, pain into power. But you got this in reverse, so perhaps a little bit of impatience right now. It's like, okay. I'm getting a very specific, maybe overly gendered or stereotypes, but it's what Spirit's giving me, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm seeing like a kind of house wife or house husband or whatever, having taken care of the kids for so long. Kids are out, and it's kind of like you're having a glow up or a makeover or some kind of energy like that. But it's kind of like, I can't wait to get out on the scene. I can't wait to just like be totally out there and crazy, and but it's not but it's almost like Spirit saying, we understand you're excited, just like slow your roll just a little bit. Just, we understand that you like want to make a splash, Libra. However, it's because right now it's really weird, because I kind of see this dude as like Spirit a little bit just kind of watching over you and protecting you. I don't know, protecting you. I just heard protecting you from yourself. What does that mean, Libra? Why does Spirit need to protect you from yourself? What are you up to? I'm nosy. I'm going to ask. What is Libra up to that they would need to take it easy? Okay, well, Five of Swords in the reverse. So typically the Five of Swords would talk about an energy of playing to win. A little bit of, well, in the upright, it's very competitive. Playing to win, stealing swords from the other party and using them for ourselves. It's a little ruthless, but you got it in reverse. So you're just like, no, there's nothing that I've learned, Spirit. I've learned from the error of my ways. I'm just a free bird now. I don't want to hermit myself away. I've done all the healing, and I'm saying this very tongue-in-cheek right now, because this sing-songy energy is the kind of the energy that Spirit is giving me, because I don't believe it. So not totally trying to call you out here, Libra, but it's kind of like, this energy is not pleasant, right? Because you can see here, this worm is just completely sliced in half. Which, you know, I guess that talks about equality, and I feel like I heard one Libra out there with a snarky sense of humor. It's tricky energy. It's not total trickster energy. That would be the Seven of Wands, but Seven of Swords. But the Five of Swords is not great. Fives are always a card of transition. So so it's like you got two cards of transition here. So I see you, very confident though in whatever decision you've made and whatever you're flying to. So I'm not saying that this is kind of bad energy that you're in the present, but I think that Spirit is simply saying be a little more mindful of the decisions that you're making at this time. Like, you don't have to be cautious, Just be mindful, right? Take care. Be kind. I don't know to who though. To yourself. Be kind. It's almost okay. Yes, to yourself, because they just said it's, don't put the pressure on yourself to have to be the complete opposite of this all at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, if let's say you are just like re-emerging into the workforce after a long hiatus, and you're excited, right? Like, you haven't been out there in a while, or the dating scene or whatever it is. Just take care, right? Just take it one day at a time, and make good decisions, make mindful decisions. Okay. What is in your future energy? Well, we're talking about an intuition here, the High Priestess, number 2. This is Pisces energy, and you can see how calm this white tiger looks. High Priestess sits at the veil between worlds. Very intuitive, very psychic, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. Knows all, says nothing. High Priestess completely relies on her intuition. So in your future energy, Spirit is saying your intuition is going to be on point. And what it's going to allow you to do with the 10 of Wands in the upright is to release some burden that you may have been carrying for a while. 10 of Wands is all about burden. It's as if we've fought a battle and we've picked up so many battle scars and experiences along the way. And finally, it's kind of like you have up-leveled yourself. It's like you've graduated in one grade of the school of life. And now you're kind of, because the World card did come out in the beginning here in the past energy as something you were afraid to step into, but it is in the upright, so it shows me that you did close out some cycle. So let me pull a clarifier on that. Wow. Yes. You showed up in your own reading, the Justice card. See? And here, this looks like my cat Luna. She's all white. So that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Justice card, Libra energy, major arcana. Actually, what's interesting is in this deck, the Justice card is number 8. I don't think I ever noticed that. It's not traditionally number 8. It's traditionally number 11. But in this card, this deck is number 8. So maybe 8 or the infinity symbol resonates with you today. Maybe you're seeing 888. Talks about balance and karmic balance. Like really having repaid our debts to the cosmic energies around us and to the people in our lives or the situation at hand. The fact that you showed up with the Justice clarifying the High Priestess, I mean, man, it's like, this is like cosmic boss energy. It's kind of like no one can, they keep showing me pull the wool over your eyes. Like no one can really get past you in terms of your prowess. Not just a reference to a cat in a way, they're on the prowl, but prowess is this kind of agility and intelligence. And so it's not just your prowess, but it's also just like a heightened awareness and observation of the world around you. It's real boss energy. It's cosmic boss energy. I'm so happy the Justice card came out for you, because it really, whenever the major arcana cards that represent the sign I'm reading for come out, it's just such a beautiful affirmation. that I'm truly speaking to the Libra collective, and it's just very, very satisfying. Okay, so you got 3 cards to end the reading, and this is advice from Spirit. Usually it's 2 cards. This one is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and talks about, so you have several Sagittarian references here because Temperance is Sagittarius. So you may have Sagittarius somewhere in your chart. Talks about a firm foundation, stability. We've built something from the ground up, but it also reminds me of evil eye energy. I have been dealing with some of that energy lately, that I felt like there was a little bit of evil eye, so I've taken precautions, as one does. But I'm not saying there's an evil eye on you, but sometimes, you know, especially Libra, you can't help your awesomeness. Like, you literally can't help it. I'm surrounded by Libras. I think if you've watched me, then I've said many times I have Libra in my North Node. That's the position of lessons. So I'm surrounded by Libras because they're constantly teaching me lessons, right? Karmic lessons, and it's irritating sometimes, but I know that I need to learn them, right? So the one thing I have learned about Libras that's so fun is this sense that, like, they cannot be beat. Like, you can't, like, they're gonna have things figured out before you can even scratch your head to wonder about it. Libra's already got a strategy. Libra's already got it figured out. But because of that aptitude, that ability that you have, that obviously takes a lot of hard work, practice, you know, people don't see that because it's like you make it look so easy, right? But there is a firm foundation here, which is really beautiful. Son of Wands, to clarify that in the reverse. So you're getting rid of energies. This is the Knight of Wands, getting rid of energies that are unstable for you. Also clarified, that second card that came out was the Daughter of Wands. So the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, both in reverse. You're ending, Spirit's giving you cards all in the fire suit too, as your clarifier. So it's almost like, don't look at anything that is like a flash in the pan, right? Remember there was like some here, or I was talking to you about being mindful, being patient, being mindful. There could be something flashy, you know, like alluring maybe, and Spirit is saying no, just keep a steady hand and a steady head and steady view of things. I'm gonna pull one more card because I'm just like, what does that mean? Sometimes they say things, they come out, they channel, and I'm just like, I don't know. Let's clarify. 2 cards. You got the Son of Swords. Now we're talking air energy, Knight of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles talks about work, hard work, diligence, focus. Son of Swords, Knight of Swords talks about very quick communication, like something important and something true. So regarding your advice from Spirit, keeping that firm foundation, this may have to do with your actual occupation, your actual job, where you spend the majority of your time. And see the diligence in this. It's almost like Spirit is saying, you know, don't lose that intensity. Don't lose that focus. It will only serve you in the end. So that's what the animals have to say to you, Libra. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Hit the bell notification if you would like to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Libra.